You know her from being an alumni of the Women's Stand-Up program, and you can see her Monday night at the Women's Stand-Up Alumni Show with our very own Lauren Montez, Roxy Arrecco. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up!
How's everybody doing? Yes! This morning I played He Loves Me, Not with all of my white hairs, so that's where I'm at. He doesn't, if you were wondering. Speaking of men who don't love me, I don't have a transition for that. I've never dated a drug dealer, but I did once date a drug paraphernalia dealer, which is somehow more embarrassing. I mean, we were still teenagers though, so I couldn't be like, hey mom, dad, this is Chris, he's a lawyer. It was more like, hey mom, dad, this is Chris. He works at Trump's golf course and sells gravity bombs on the side. He wasn't a Trump supporter. He actually claimed he was going to take him down from the inside, which apparently means make a shit ton of cash parking cars for rich assholes with sexual harassment lawsuits so he could buy a new Xbox. You never forget your first panic attack. Mine was in 2012 during a showing of The Hunger Games. It's funny, you know, the world was supposed to end that year, but what really tipped me over the edge was seeing Stanley Tucci in a purple man bun. After that, my mom took me to the doctor because a panic attack is not a normal reaction to a PG-13 movie. And when I got there, the doctor said, you know, it seems like you have an anxiety disorder, which makes a lot of sense because you're smart, and smart people tend to overthink things. So I like to tell people that I was once diagnosed with intelligence. It's like, not a big deal, I'm just so smart that I have trouble breathing deeply. No, I didn't feel so smart the other day when I was walking to Dunkin' Donuts and had the actual thought, I forgot how to stop walking. What if I just walk forever until I die? That's why I don't do drugs, because anxiety's free. I think baby boomers have a big chip on their shoulder for literally being defined by the fact that their parents had sex after a war. Right. Also, I think technically they should be called baby boomies. Otherwise, they sound like a group that booms babies, which doesn't sound good. And like Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y, that's like when there's too many girls named Jennifer in one class and you have to differentiate between them. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the label Z tends to mark the end of something. So that keeps me up at night. You're probably thinking I'm a millennial, but I'm not. Since I was born in '97, I'm technically more of a millennial Gen Z cusp, which means that my son is in Billy Ray Cyrus and my mom is in Billie Eilish. As you heard, my name is Roxy, short for Roxanne. A lot of people tell me, that wasn't a joke, that's just my name. A lot of people tell me that my name fits me perfectly, which is very flattering but also hilarious. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but every song about a Roxy or a Roxanne says that she's a prostitute who does drugs and kills men. Which is obviously not true, I just told you I don't do drugs. Yeah, the plus side of my name is that whenever one of those songs does come on, everyone around me gets so hype. Like this one time in high school, these two drama club seniors who at the time were the hottest men I'd ever seen, I now realize they could just kind of sing. They started playing the song Roxanne by the Police, lifted me up into the air, paraded me around, and then had me crowd surf my way back down to the ground. It was awesome. I believe virginity is a construct. Every individual should be the one who decides when and under what circumstances they lost their V card. And for me, it was that moment. There was a brief period of time in middle school where I was bravely on a volleyball team. And I do mean brave because any 13-year-old who squeezes their rapidly changing body into those skin-tight booty shorts is a hero. To say who cares to panty lines and wear regular underwear under those shorts, even braver. to continue using extra heavy maxi pads while wearing those shorts the bravest. And folks, I did all three. You're probably wondering what position I played. Manager. It's true, I was the intern of my middle school volleyball team, in that I did all of the hard work for no play. Yeah, my coach wouldn't let me play in any of our games, but she still made me practice with the team every single day, which is quite literally not what I signed up for. You don't become the manager of a middle school volleyball team out of pure love for the sport. You do it because you hate the lady who runs the drama club, but you still need somewhere to go after school. I really just wanted to read our team statistics on the morning announcements, but no, she made me do burpees, which is embarrassing when you're a 13-year-old with asthma. Like, everyone else could just go for it, and I had to be like, 1 second. Okay, let's go. Everyone's done by that time. Yeah, practice really took a lot out of me. Sometimes I'd wake up on the ground in a pool of my own vomit. But then I'd get right back up because my team needed me to throw their uniforms in the wash. As I said, I don't do drugs or drink or anything, and I think the fact that I'm such a good girl in a lot of ways makes me the baddest bitch. Like, going through life substance-free, I can't think of anything more hardcore than that. I'm like a mother who gives birth without an epidural. Giving birth in any way shows such strength and resilience, but the ones who rely solely on deep breathing are a little more impressive. Yeah. Some people seem to think that I judge them for drinking, but I am the last person to judge. All of the embarrassing moments that happen to people when they're drunk have happened to me sober. And I remember every second of them. Have I peed on myself as an adult? Absolutely. Did I have an excuse? No. Dating is impossible when you don't drink. And by that I mean dating is impossible for me, and I blame it on the fact that I don't drink. But yeah, some of these apps will have you answer questions like, do you drink? Do you smoke? Have you worn neon to a music festival? It turns out if you answer no to all of those questions, you get matched with some real nerds. Like, my soulmate's current profile picture is the poster for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I'm gonna have to start lying. I'll say I do meth if it matches me with a man who wasn't the president of his high school's anime manga club. Nerds. Anyway, I was researching the origin of the screwdriver. Like, the drink with orange juice and vodka. Apparently, the screwdriver is so called because oil workers would pour vodka into their orange juice while on the job. And since they didn't have any spoons around, they'd stir their drinks with their screwdrivers. Which really just makes me wonder, if that's how they got screwdriver, how'd they come up with the word cocktail? Thank you so much. Have a great night.